Oh, let's try this name generator. Okay, so I will change the name, the first name, but I want to get some random surname. I think the name generator, uh, which is a mod by Aleister Free, is choosing between all the possible names. Uh, from Daggerfall, from the uh, Elder Scrolls Online, and all the possible Tamriel games. So let's try create Renault. Nice, but basically Breton names are mostly French-like names or some English-like, or maybe from Scotland, I don't know, but for sure most of them are similar to French surnames. So I will try something that doesn't sound strange while using the GRU voice, because I have this standard voice with English pronunciation, American English, I think so. A French surname could be something not really sounding correctly, maybe. Well, let's see. How to wound? Ah, Perita al cuore in Italian. Could be. Let's use this one. Now. But, oh, this is a classic one. I remember Colette Morens was a mage in Skyrim, I think. An author of some books too. Mastersley. Well, there are many of them, so it's pretty. This one. This one is a classic. This one too. This is a bug probably, because that's a name which was not correct. But all in all, the mod is working pretty well, giving you a really huge range of combinations. I'm just checking it. Sauvage? No. This one is probably some kind of bug, because as you can see there's a bracket and a letter instead of the name, but doesn't happen so often. serene, could be. Okay, let's try this one. I can edit the name here. And I will use the usual name because my character usually has a sort of story about being the daughter of some red guard and a Breton, so I call her Shiayu, which means enchanted blade, I think, in the red guard language. But this is a good surname for her Breton part. And then let's see how this panel integrates with the rest of the process. And as you can see, there's no real synchronization between the sex and the race that you choose when you get the name creator. It is not something really impossible to do, but probably quite difficult. So the author just did not bother to do something like that, but not really important. Just a note for future versions. And also because the MWS Lua is always improving, so at the time that this mod has been done, probably it was not yet so powerful as to grab selected the race and sort of click here and simulate the player clicking and so on. Not something very simple, but probably could be done. But anyway, let's do it by hand, not really difficult. We choose race, we choose the sex here, and our usual selections of nice hairs and faces. Basically, I tend to use the same hair because they are one of the few hairs I found that are physicked. That means they follow the player, more or less the player shape when the player is sneaking and so on. There are very few such hairs available, and so I use this one usually, and oftentimes I change the face, but more or less best ones are by Wesley, I think, because there are a lot of nice photographic faces, but they don't really adapt very well to the mesh of the face. So all in all, I think I like Wesley's one most. Anyway, this is our first part, and then okay, I get my my class from the list because I have already this one prepared. That is my standard class. So basically, it's a magic specialization with some favorite strength and especially luck. And then here we are very similar to a battle mage, but we are using long blade and marksman and a lot of schools of magic. And then our sign, which will be the Adronak. And I think we are okay with it. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, apart checking this nice mod to get a random surname. For the first time I'm trying to use Ashfall together with necessities of Morrowind. I want to see if more or less with my tweaks and integration I can keep on using the two mods together. In theory it should be possible, but we will see what happens. I know we can just in some way exclude some part from one or the other, but I'd like to be able to use both of them because penalties and buffs from the mods are different, so in theory you could use both. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we start configuration, our necessities as usual. So we choose yes for most things and standard options. We can choose duration here. It should be triple because else necessities mods are too fast. So this is good. Okay, heart everyone, and then I say no because this kind of options are for old style mods. Not using them anymore. And this is the setting for MCA, which is Morrowind Council Live. I'm still using a very tweaked version of the 7.3 version of Morrowind Council Live, because all in all I think that's the one I like most. But we enable everything in short. One thing that's important in my opinion is to tweak basically number of hostile NPCs that should be spawned, because this is very taxing for your game, because if you choose this one you must have a very powerful computer. Also it could be a little too much difficult, especially at low level, so I suggest these options. And then we had this option from the Ibonat Underworks mod. What this is doing is just enabling some extra branches in a quest. That is, one of these branches is usually reserved only if you are a member of the Thieves Guild, but all in all I like more to be able to choose that quest also when I'm not a member, so I choose yes. And then we should start in a random place. I will save here because I'm using the random start part of the that I added to the Witcher mod, and here is where the random is started. And so if I save here I can just reload from this point, and the next time, if I don't like where I start the game, next time I will start in another place. So it's very practical to save here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so in a short time we should be sort of...
Oh, dear me. Forgive me, but I am enjoying this.
So we have Dagger 2 that is doing a trick to teleport the never ever in somewhere else, and to make things a little more difficult. That's a way to sort of introduce the fact that we could be anyway in this huge Morrowind world. And I think we have been teleported to a place in the Alvendrasvara big mod, which is north of Valdenfell, and all in all a good place to start. So basically when I play, usually my first really quest is to find a way to reach Sidanin from the random place where I may be teleported from this mod, and difference is, oh, look at that. Difference is that this time we have also Ashfall enabled, that should make things a little more difficult and interesting. For this I have set the Ashfall option to start having basic tools already, because I'm not sure I can really buy things in random places, but in theory there should be vendors selling things, so maybe you could just skip this option, but for now I have it enabled. So we have the bedroll, we have the wood axe, and then we'll try and use Ashfall, because I'm not really very how can I say it, knowledgeable with it. I have played just a little, and so it will be some kind of discovering. And over there I think that's a super nice Talvani mod island. But this is Vora, part of this big classic landmass mod with a lot of castle quests, and not many quests, but a lot of pretty nice landmass. And so let's just explore a little, and then we will check out other mods. Oh, I'm also testing other mods, other interesting mods, and
Voger.
One of them is
Voger.
I think a pretty nice idea, that is to change the name of sort of test interiors that you can find in places like the preview map of Time Rebuilt or incomplete mods. To just use the name of the exterior for interior cells that have some name that are still something used only by the modders, like TR and some number to define the map, but that are not really nice to see when you play the game. And so I'm trying to just change on the fly what you see when you try to open such a door. And also another mod that is looking for doors that are not yet linked to some interior, and this happens in these incomplete mods. And in this case I just locking the door and telling you that the door is barred, that the door can't be opened, and so on. And this way you don't try to open a door that is not yet able to be opened. And so this is what I'm trying to test too. And this is another mod starting with this first message. Okay, And no feature of the Imperial Law move along. Oh, also I'm trying some new setup for the windows because the Asphalt interface is adding a lot of new bars and information about temperature and your statistics here. So the setup that I was using like this maybe is reducing the paper doll of our character too much, so probably it looks better more like this, but still trying to find a good compromise. But the really great things about Morrowind that I think is super rare in modern games is the fact that you can arrange your windows like you prefer them, and this is not something you can find anymore in modern games. You can just click and enable or disable a window or move them to some fixed position, but you have not the freedom that Morrowind is giving us to move things everywhere in your screen. Anyway, let's see. But for instance, the gray here is not so much visible, so probably better to set a little less transparency. Yeah, much better. Without a map, oh, I think I would not be able. Or better, I could, but honestly I prefer to play with my map. Not only because I have a super big world, but it's a little too annoying to be without a map for my way of playing. Also because a map is very handy also because you have notes you can put on the maps. So I like that a lot. But let's see about this village. Do we have any special dialogue? I don't think so, because Alvendra's mod is not really full of quests. It's mostly a mod, very nice if you like to explore, and especially if you like castles, because there are 3 or 4 big castles. Oh, she's telling us something. She's a seller.
Maybe you and I could go swimming sometime?
Oh, this is a kind of quest, probably. Okay, let's see the goods.
See your goods.
All in all, this is not a bad setup for the dialogues. Yeah. I don't know. I played Outward a lot, and that has a very limited map. that is just showing you more or less the landscape, but not telling you where you are in the map. So sort of like playing Morrowind without the cursor, the player cursor, and that is difficult, but still something that all in all I like enough. But being completely without a map, not something I would enjoy very much personally. But probably it depends on how big is the world you are exploring. But all in all, I get lost even with the map sometimes in Morrowind, especially at the start, because when you have still the fog, you don't really have a good knowledge of where caverns are and things you are looking for, so you get lost a lot even with a map. Anyway, let's start here. We can read
Water
the
Life
books.
by Abot, Color Edition. These are a few pictures and notes I took during my past travels. I hope this can bring you luck and help in times of need.
And then we have a parchment. And this is the mod by QQQBBB called Not Clairvoyant Narrating, and I love it because basically it is hiding you information about things until you use them. So we have a parchment here, but until we read it,
Visit Locken Island,
we don't know yet
the
what
ultimate
it is.
destination for your hunting expedition. As chieftain of Locken Island, it is my
So
pleasure.
now that we have read it, we know that it's an advertisement leaflet about Locken Island. And this probably is some configuration thing for Morrowind acoustic overhouse. Not really something we can read, but we have a scroll here. What could it be?
F.
And now we try to read it. By the way, I'm using my mod,
FU.
and every time I read some Daedric scroll, I improve my Daedric skill, and it's very easy to increase, because each time you read you just improve it. But all in all, I did not put some checking so you cannot read a scroll more than once. I think the player must be free to. This is some kind of scenic skill, nothing really changing your gameplay. It is just something to enjoy. And so, in theory, I could read the same scroll 100 times and improve my Daedric every time. And basically, when I manage to understand a new letter and translate it,
FUH.
my skill improves. So you can really improve fast if you keep reading the same scroll. But I think it's better if you read the scrolls once and then you improve the skill less fast. Oh, and we have this potion. I think this is added by Water Life standard starting, and it is a water breathing potion, but we don't know yet. And this is the tricky things about the QQQBBB mod, in that if you have just once precious thing, you may think twice before actually using this, because I have once, I don't know what it is, but if it is a good thing, it get used, and maybe I could need it in a better occasion. So think twice before using something you don't know the details about. So we can use the icon here, because if you know more or less the icon effect, you can understand what it is, but not really so easy. Rolled paper.
Shiaryu Serene.
Oh,
You
this
should
is
go to
important.
the Badenfell town known as Sidamin and talk with Celis Gravias in the Census and Excise office. After you have the package, find a man named Kayas Kosadas in the town called Balmora and give the package to him. Follow his instructions from there on out. Discard this message at your discretion.
So like Shiaryu just read, this is our standard game mission to go to Sidanin, talk with Salus Gravius, and from there we can go with the standard quest. So this is how the quick char mod is telling you what to do if you want to go on with the main quest. And then we have, oh, this is added by Waterlife, and this is a standard Morrowind scripting ring to fine-tune your timescale in an easy way. You can do the same thing from, for instance, the Ashfall panel nowadays. There's an option to change the scale if you want from here, if you enable it, or you can do it from the cheat menu mod and so on. But when I did that mod, there was no easy to use LCM panel, and all in all I think that's still some nice mod. Because it's easy to have it if you want. Just put the ring on and change your real time. Oh, this is naturally one simple thing to do also from the game console, because that's a standard variable that you can just change from there, but doesn't cost much. Oh, so let's try and see how the Ashfall mod is working in this new place called Vora. I should be able, I don't know, because we are near the town, so maybe we can't really chop wood from here. Let's try. I think by default we are not allowed to chop, oh, not this one, sorry, this one, to chop wood. Condition, and sorry Ashfall users, because I'm really a noob with this panel, so maybe, oh, this setting I think. So by default we are not enabled to harvest wood when near a city, but it's something you can just tweak as you like it. So let's try this. So we have our wood axe, which is, by the way, pretty nice to see also. Not a recognized tree, probably, or maybe we cannot. But I think if you cannot, there should be a message telling you. Flora BC tree. So the tree should be some standard tree. I'm using a tree mesh replacer, but identifier is standard, I think. So let's try this. I want to understand why I cannot do that. Probably because we are in a city, in a village. Okay, so I choose this one, and I should be able in theory to harvest food. Let's try another tree. Or maybe the option is some restarting. I did not read the manual, honestly. Let me check if I see error messages and things like that. Yeah, there are some error messages, but they are not related to the X, but they could be interfering with that. So error messages because I changed a lot of things about the weather, and probably I broke the axe thing. Ooh, and Newt.
Someone should teach you some manners.
Sorry, lady. Oh, this must be the place where you can take a bath. Oh, well, we have a church over there. Cathedral. Ah, this is pretty nice. Nice place. A carpet over there. Oh crap! Oh, a level 1 character. And also look at this. We have a couple of mods acting here. We have a mod which is adding and that and then I did something stupid but pretty nice from this mod, having the nice treasure so protected by this golden saint, with the voice telling you now you will pay. But we have a mod which is adding bound spells to various Daedra. And also we have a replacer for bound spell, bound weapon effect, and bound armors effect, which is very recent and is fantastic. It has really a quality which is out of this world. I really suggest you take a look at this mod by Corp. You find it on the Nexus. The replacer for the Daedric weapons and armors, bound weapons and armors. It's really fantastic. So better not to steal this thing. Can we use the altar? But all in all, I think I will not be able to... Ooh! And this is some kind of classic. I'm really dying a lot in this place because I do all the stupid things that a smart adventurer should not do. But as you can see, not really some standard kind of quests in this place, but we already found two really interesting things. Trying to steal one relic in a cathedral, and we have been killed by the guardian of the place. Try to extract this sword in the rock, a classic thing, but we have been killed because we are not worth about it, probably. But two interesting things. Let's see if we can at least drink. Okay, necessities of Morrowind is working. But I think actually it's not working because I broke something trying to change the way temperature works. So I should go there and try to fix things, but for now. Basically what I'm trying to do is to extend the standard temperature system of Ashfall. So if you don't have a region already defined, it uses something more similar to the standard region weather climate, than using always temperate. But probably I have broken other things.
This better be important.
A local grave digger? Use the head plate with spacebar. This is some kind of well, sort of breaking the immersion note. Useful maybe, but maybe things like this should not appear on standard dialogue. But we will We will go and try it. Yeah, Samet, are you able to play a little? Did you manage to have something working? Because I changed a lot of things in these couple of weeks. So fixed a lot of problems with, for instance, the I think the iRadio mod. I had broken the dialogue. Now it should be almost fixed, and I fixed a lot of things also with the Secret Tower, Blacklight City, and so on. But let's see, can we read? We don't know how Roy died, we just found him. And this is nice, it remembers like other games. This one is a fresh grave. But if you can think how many years this Alvanos Vora mod has, I think it's pretty nice. And so on. Maybe there's also some secret. Okay, so there's the nude lady over there taking baths. And we explore a little more. Oh. What happens here? There must be really some problems with the asphalt breaking here, because these are not updated correctly, I think. So I think I will have to go back to the original asphalt or fix my changes, because at the moment they are not working. They are causing problem not only with the X but also with how the mod is calculating health and statistics and so. Or maybe there's some kind of conflict, but not working at the moment. So let's see if we can disable the mod on the fly. I don't know. But the panel is quite big, so maybe we can. Yes. No. let's try this. I really broke it. Tell you what, I will save and then replace those couple of files that I changed and see what happens. That should be something fast enough, so let's try it. Oh, I can first change the files and then restart probably. So I will show you. So I will just replace back the changes and see if we solve the problem. Here. So we'll rename this like this, and well, I will try and keep the food change. I think the problem is here. This is the original one, so I will copy it back. Okay. And then in theory we should be able to restart it. Let's see. Stop this. So this was some try to change the regional temperature in case some mod is not yet defined in the regions. And for instance, I think the current version of Ashfall settings by default is not yet updated to the latest version of the Tamriel data 8. I think it is the latest released, and so the regions in the Tamriel mods, Tamriel provinces mods are not yet working because they have changing a region suffix everywhere, and Ashfall is still looking for the previous identifiers. It's not something hard to change, but probably the available version of Ashfall is not yet updated. So I think that if you go to the, for instance, to the Tamriel preview area, you will have some standard temperate region climate. Nothing really giving problems, but not working as it was meant to be. Let's try and see. If we can now harvest wood. And especially if our health and stamina and the rest of the statistics are updated. Because that's a problem I noticed with a lot of MWSC mods. When there is a problem in one mod, usually it is if the problem is frequently writing to the log, happening very often, it is usually breaking also other mods, and everything is sort of damaged. You don't really crash, but it may be that some other mods also are not working as expected. But I think that, as you can see, we have repaired the mods. Now we should be able also to use the axe. Let's see. Yeah, it works because I see also a tree. So can grab, harvest firewood. That's great. Let's try setting the option about harvesting. Oh, also you have to check this. Okay. Okay, this one. So in theory, maybe now I cannot. Oh, I can. I'm not yet in a village. Anyway, we have our wood. So in theory, we can make a nice fireplace with firewood. Ooh, a bridge over there. I want to go there. But anyway, we have a lot of landmass mods around. So this is the Alvendras Vora islands, and we have also a lot of other mods here. For instance, the Big Talvani one. Not that one, but the one we have seen at the start. Oh, we could try fishing a little from here, under the bridge. Let's see. And what I'm really waiting for is someone making a real badass fishing mod. Because I've seen recently some nice fishing animation released somewhere, and so I think we have the technical ways to make a pretty more realistic mod about fishing, and I think it would be a great thing to add to Ashfall. Because, you know, the fishing in water life is more or less something that, yeah, a mini game, but not really realistic. It would be nice to have an animation about a real, a more realistic kind of waiting for the fish to nib. How can I say it? To nibble your bait. But for now, I think also water life is kind of funny in a way. It requires a little practice because you don't have to actually kill the fish trying to bash it down with your fishing rod. You have to sort of lure the fish to come nearby, and then you should be able to catch. When it's near, it means that in theory you should be able to catch one. So you don't have to do this, don't have to bash fishes, just nearby, and then you can catch the fish and get some abot fish, for instance, necessities or Morrowind ingredient. Oh, and now in theory we should be able to use this kind of ingredient both cooking something with gnome or with ashfall, because it is recognized from both mods in theory. So it's a pretty interesting thing. But let's go there, I am curious. And as you can see, these all kind of mods with a good tree replacer and some grass mods are still pretty nice to explore. They are obviously not as detailed and realistic like more recent mods, like the Tamriel provinces modern mods, but they are still something I enjoy very much to explore. Oh, look at, also because we have these great views from the MGI distant land, so you can have your land masses mods around. We can see the island here, the Talvani island. That's some really great mod. I don't remember the name of the mod. Is something Tal something for sure, but it's fantastic. It's one of the biggest Talvani city mods available. It's an entire island with a big tower and a sort of mix between Daedric and Talvani style part. Pretty nice. Ooh, that's some kind of photo there. Ooh, one fire. Let's see what happens. So this is already replaced necessities of Morrowind fire pit, so it will work with necessities. So I'm roasting one of the fishes we grabbed using my tweaked version now on necessities. And it would work with roasted meat too. But let's see. We have this roasted fish, which is a standard necessities on Morrowind thing. So we could eat it, and in theory it should be recognized both from necessities and Ashfall, because Ashfall is recognizing it as meat cooked with a nutrition value of 27. So let's try it. I have also a small MWSC mod that is sort of recognizing as food necessities or borrowing things when I drop them. So we eat some roasted fish, and in theory we should this thing should work both with Ashfall and necessities. This is the kind of experiment that I'm trying mostly. But probably we should be we should try to eat when we are a little hungry. But let's explore a little more. This kind of small internal lake. Another one here. Let's try. And as you can see, this one is recognized as a tree too. And we got another piece of firewood. Ooh, and that over there looks like some kind of swamp. PM. There we are. Not sure they are not dangerous. Hello. Oh, they are not aggressive. And I'm not sure, but I think I would need probably a tent, to buy a tent somewhere if I want to. Oh, there's a floating rock here. Mm-mm. Nice. Moose. Okay, but cannot really go this way.
You will die where you stand.
Uh-oh!
Give in. You're
No,
dead.
no, 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 no. We have something. We could fly away. Try that. We are level 1. Let's see. Oh, let's use this. I have no idea where we will go. Oh, damned fort. It's snowing here. Oh crap, another one that want to kill us. Where are we now? Oh, and a mod that I think is in the working by some modder is a mod to add sound, at least related to the kind of terrain you are walking over. Technically it is something we can do using MWSC, but not so easy. But I think someone is working on something like that, and I really hope that we will have also a mod adding the, how are they called, the footprints when you are walking. Oh, I know where we are now. Valheim, another big mod. Let's see if we get from where. Valheim mod. I don't remember the author, but it's another old mod.
Welcome.
And let's see our, oh, we are chilly, so the temperature is pretty walking. We are not sheltered, so we would need something better. Oh, glass armor and glass sword. Here are you. is slowly freezing here. But now we found, hopefully, some fire. And we are now comfortable. So necessities on Morrowind. We have auto eating on, so we are eating. Can we use this fire? Yeah, we can. So we can roast another fish. Let's talk with how you can, let's see, we can do it. How you can recognize
Don't stand about.
Say
Get
something or
moving.
move on.
if the reason why NPCs are looking at the walls is something missing from the mod, or is just a matter of the timer not yet making them look at you. Usually the reason why is there is no path grid, and you can check it easily from the console this way. TPG, and as you can see, no path grid at all. And usually when you put no path grid, NPCs not only have a hard time walking around, but especially they tend to just stare at the walls until they detect you, and this is something that you really notice
Don't
immediately.
stand about.
So it would be nice if every mod interior could have a little path grid, but you know, that's an annoying things to add, and not all mods manage to finish the mod to that point. And this mod, I think this kind of mods are mostly one people work, or very few people work, so oftentimes they are not really 100% tested and finished, but they are still
Come on then. Say something or move on.
interesting to explore, especially if they have some little quest just to spice your adventure. But now we are at least comfortable. They have not much to say, but ooh, and this one. Oh, and another mod that's just being released is a mod, I think, opening some of the standard helmets. I'm already using an old mod for this, but I think that the quality of the meshes in this very recent mod should be much better. So I will take a look at that very soon, I think, because the mod that I am currently using, which is an old mod by Holofang called Helms of Sight, I have tweaked it already, but for instance some of the meshes were really impossible to improve very much. So I remember the iron helmet was really bad, so I think that a more modern replacer for them could be pretty good to have. So I hope that the mod will expand, or maybe the iron helmet is already there, but I have not checked the mod yet. But all in all, I think that these kind of mods making it possible to see the NPCs and the player eyes under the helmet are really great, for the immersion.
What's this about?
And it's really great how these very old mods using some badass armors and weapons for the guards and NPCs, and we have the shit mods showing all these big weapons and armors when they use them.
What do you want?
So you can think about having some conversation with this Imperial and maybe being able to grab that sword. Not at level 1. Can we drink this? No? Oh. We don't need water. Okay, so the city is called Westfall.
Come on then, say something or move on.
Oh, we can buy some hot meal and refill our water, but we don't have containers yet. So we need to find some containers. Can we buy them? Probably a bottle. Or I don't think there's a mechanic in Ashfall to be able to empty some random bottle added from a mod and then use the empty bottle to put water in. It would be a little complicated. Maybe it's not yet implemented, but we can try it. Just we'll try to buy one of these NordMed. And in theory, this is from necessities, but it's not really some kind of potion like this one. Okay, this is necessities, and it's working, but we have no more the battle like expected. So basically I think for actual we must find some standard containers like
Probably nothing.
a goblet, a pitcher and so on, and then you can fill them with water or things like this, but we must find one first. Oh, we have this metal bucket by default. We can fill this, I think. Yeah. No? It's already full? Maybe we can use this only on exterior. Ah, normal bottles. Okay, so the metal bucket is only to use on exterior water. Okay, so I need some metal bucket. Should not be hard, but I must find a place that we know people around, probably. Can I read this?
The Black Horker.
Yeah.
Don't press your luck. You're on your honor.
You're on your honor. Don't press your luck.
So this is a really standard Nordic village. But no real quests. I think that timer rebuild should be covered by Asheville. The one thing is the region probably that's been changed recently, but I think the name of the containers did not change latest. Most of them, so should be compatible. Oh, this one is the one that is telling us he wants to kill us, but for now he's not. Oh, this is pretty dark. An Argonian?
This scent is new.
Okay. Uh-oh, I have a feeling this place could be dangerous. Ah, the damned fort catacombs? No, not something for my level 1 Bryden. But it seems that this place could have something to do for a higher level. Ooh, pretty scenic effect for such an old mod. Shrine of Saint Errolor. Oh, we could also use the shrine here. Hello, Nord lady.
Don't stand about. Get moving.
Oh, they are. This is some kind of temple. And maybe there's some unexpected thing here because he's just telling us he wants to kill us, but for no reason. Must be some collision problem here. Okay, so we are well fed. No. I will wait before
You're on
eating
your
that
honor.
fish.
Don't press your luck.
So all in all, this Nordic village in Vanheim mod has some pretty nice interiors.
Welcome.
And there are probably a lot of small islands like this. Yeah, seems to be several. And we have Chile, but all in all, not bad. So we can try and make a fire. So, no, I want to be near the water because I want to be able to use that water. So, I have this, can get some dirty water in theory. Oh, they are just very friendly seals from wildlife. Can we go with them? Sometimes they are... Oh, here it is. There we go. She's not really moving around, so... And we have this nice penguin. So basically, Waterlife is checking for the latitude in the map, and if it finds a place which is to the far north, it is heading. Hello Ascobar, hello Prof. Basically, I am very far to the north, so Waterlife is heading on the fly penguins and cells, but that bear over there is not something added by Waterlife. But the funny thing is that sometimes when these penguins detect some of their enemies, like the bear, they try to fight them. Problem is, penguins usually spawn in packs, so if they are many, They can't even manage to kill the bear, but that was a suicide penguin, probably. And we have these nice crabs. Can we fish a little more? Oh crap, but we better go away from that bear. So let's keep on exploring this place. We'll try to get some water a little more distant from that bear. Okay, that's a nice. Oh, but the bear is following us. Oh crap. And as you can see, the pack of penguins is trying to fight the bear. We can try and help them, maybe. We are really bad because, oh yeah, level 1, but... Attack the bear! Oh, it's a very bad bear. The bear just killed all the penguins. What can we do? I don't think our ghost is doing anything good. Maybe we can try this one. It is hard to cast, but we don't really have better things to do. Attack! Attack! So this is another mod, great mod. I don't remember the author, but it's a simple mod, MWSLUA mod. So when you press one key, all your companions and summons and friendly follower attack your target. And I hope that this bear is not smart enough to take the proper path to reach us. So. At least the greater bone walkers should be able to sap the strength of the bear. While we try to run away. So as you can see, starting in a random place. Oh, look at that. Some cells, or oh, not cells, they are orcos. How is it called, the mod which is adding the I think it's a key by default, something like kill the enemy. Ah, that's a pretty nice mod. I use it since a lot of time and it's pretty useful because sometimes you have all your summons sitting there doing nothing until you are actually attacked by the enemy. And with this mod you can oh, we are back to Westfield. So let's see. We can take a boat maybe. She is a shipmaster. Oh, let's go to Raven Rock. Or Hunter. Or Eterne. We don't have much money, so... Oh, that is the fort we visited, probably. So it was a smart move to not try go downstairs there. Not sure I can get this thing. So let's try this. Also because I want to see what happens when I use the bot to travel. I go here because we have not much money, but let's see. We are Chile. Ooh, over there, a Dreamer Ruins. But we are in the Hunter village. Do you want new quest? Yes. Oh. You have to return to Eterne. Okay, so to get some quests we must talk with the Duke of the place. Okay, we must reach this city. Anybody out there played the Van Heim mod? It seems that there should be a quest. At least there's a guild we can join in the main city, which seems to be Eterne. But we need money to reach that place. But this place is full of guards everywhere, not easy to steal things. Nods are smart.
You're on your honor. Don't
West
press
front.
your luck.
Nice lady over there.
You like to walk a fine line, don't you?
Oh, finally a room with no people inside. Can we steal some useful thing? Like a pot? Don't think this will work. Oh, we have some meat we can cook. And, well, some gloves could be useful. A robe. Oh well, I will get the pot just to check if it is something you can use with ashfall. No idea. Ooh. We found the robe just in time for the snow. That's a good thing. But there are no bears here. Luckily, we are near a village, so let's try and get some water. Dirty water. Okay. No, we don't want to drink because I think we will get some bad disease drinking. We fill the container. Oh, we can use the peach glass pot. That's great. I love it. Okay, and then we can make a fire. Let's see. Where is? Here? No, I must be in first person view. Then firewood. We want the supports. I need more firewood. Okay, more firewood. Well, it works very well. If I must be nitpicking, the sound should be after the whoosh, but probably something really not so important. I want to add this. Oh, great. So we have this support, and here we can attach a kettle if we have one, but we don't have one. So cooking pot, and I think we can use the water here, but correct me if I'm wrong, I need a ladle before being able to cook anything. Let's try. I think we need any way to add the water if you want to be able to drink it, because we must boil the water. And we can add more wood, probably. Yeah. And we are comfortable because we have a nice fire. And the water is boiling. So now we can add an ingredient. We have no ingredient. Another ladle. And what should I do now that I have the boiling water? Can I add some ingredients? I have some meat. Do I need to find some recipe like with Necessities of Morrowind, or I just need a ladle? Because okay, and a ladle. And in theory I should be able to get one from a shop, I suppose. So, a tavern. Yeah, but I think you can drink the boiled water. Well, we must wait for it to be no more boiling. But when you boil the water, then you can drink it. You can add it to a bottle or some other containers without needing the ladle, I think. I was trying to find a way to cook some meat.
All right.
That's the reason why I'm looking for a ladle. Because I think you need a ladle or something like this to be able to cook. Necessities, it's a little simple because if you have a fireplace you can roast simple things without needing recipes, and that's work with the fire. You don't need but she's selling food, but ladle I don't think are a standard thing added. Maybe there's an option for it. Let's see.
What say you?
Maybe the ladle are just sold by default on Vandenfell. Oh, I need a ladle for stews. Is there an option to enable to buy a ladle everywhere, or are they just in Vanderfell and Time Rebuild and recognized provinces? Well, let's see. We can just look for it. Diseased meat, harvest wood, okay. Backpacks. So I already used this and I got my my basic container and the axe. Yeah, I used that setting, but there is just the axe and the bucket. Maybe the vendors camping merchants. You can choose a merchant from. Okay, so we can when we talk with the merchant, we can search for the name and then we can add the name probably. Let's try it. So for instance we have Molina.
Come on then, say something or move on.
That is selling standard food, but we need a little. Let's see if we can. So Molina, let's see, Ashful, food, water merchant, camping merchants. Let's try Molina. No. But the merchant must be the proper kind of merchant. So these are the standard merchants selling things. They are probably wonderful merchants. And in theory we should be able to add some other vendors, but the list is not including these kind of merchants. So I could add this one probably. Yeah, I can add her as a food and water merchant. Yeah, let's try some pan shop or outfitters. That probably the right thing. Sometimes I have problem going out of this menu. This is a problem that is not yet solved with the standard MCM control panel. Sometimes you lose the focus and you have to click again here to be able to close. But nothing really hard to understand, but the first time it's not so easy. Anyway, let's try. Maybe there are merchants here too. No, okay, let's look
You
for...
like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
Oh, room closed. But I think that's a great idea to be able to add a merchant this way, all in all, because
Tell her I'm not interested.
you can do it this way or do it automatically based on the class of the NPCs, but all in all they are both good ways. Warhouse. They are not selling things. Oh, this must be some kind of quest. This farm has been invaded by hawkers. Oh, well, looking at this splash screen, is there any mod which is adding this kind of greater bone walker with a sort of unique sound, chassis, and a skeleton as head? Because I think it would be something interesting. Maybe Time Rebuild is adding something like that. Yes, so ladle is in standard merchants. In theory. Out of here. This way. I don't know, maybe it will be easier to add the ladle by default to all the outfitters or things like this.
Come on then, say something or move on.
So it seems these nodes are not using signs to tell you if some house is a shop, and we don't have. Oh, mysterious lover. This could be a shop. No, another home. Maybe she's telling us about services. Few services here. A hostel? There are no shops.
What's this about?
No shops. Oh, we found one of those doors. Not really. It is walking, it is just a little out of centering. $200 eggs and 200 ham meat. A lot of food. Ooh, what did I see there? Some kind of sword. Not easy to reach it. That's fine.
Lava beyond sea.
A silver flame scimitar. Nice find. We are stuck now. No, that's because I'm flying. But we found a pretty super nice weapon. Okay, this place could use some path grids too.
Come on then, say something or move on.
And there's a quest here about the mysterious lava. But all in all, I think this village has
What say you?
no shops where to buy a ladder. So should find a way to get some money or sell that soul somewhere and take a boat to a place with shops to be able to get a ladder and
You're
keep
your
on
honor. Don't press your luck.
our experimenting.
What say you?
But all in all, pretty nice. I think the weather is working well enough. Some
Athena Falino Marinarima. Athena Falino Marinarima. Moed Ixi Anna. Moed Ixi Anna.
Okay, she's healthy now, and oh, this is closed. Okay, so next mission will be to get some money to be able to take a boat to some other place. This is a nice village, but I must find a ladle vendor. Okay, so for now I think that's all, and all in all it seems that there's a good compatibility. You can keep on using both modes and they don't fight each other much, so you can still use necessities and use Ashfall 2 together. Not a real problem. And thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time.